Hey guys, this is Karen from Curl House. I am a licensed cosmetologist and I am a certified trichologist. So that just means I specialize in hair loss as well. So on today, I wanted to show you one of my clients, her journey from hair loss to traditional locks. So before we get started, subscribe to my page below and turn on that bell. That's your notification so that you do not miss a video. So this is Tamika. Tamika came to me about 2 years ago because she said her hair was thinning at the top. So during the consultation, I discovered that she had some family history of hair loss. She also talked about her poor diet in her consultation, and she said she did seek out help from others, but she just couldn't get any resolve for what was going on with her hair. So in that consultation, I gathered that she may have a form of female pattern hair loss, but I just wasn't sure. Just to remind you, as a trichologist, we do not diagnose or give prescriptions, but we can recognize hair loss. So I recognized that it may be female pattern hair loss, but I wasn't absolutely sure. However, the thing that I was sure about is that her eating was poor and that her stress was high. So when treating hair loss in general, that's the approach that I take first. I always ask my clients about their nutrition. I feel like in general, a lot of us aren't eating the food that we need to eat to heal our bodies. Food either heals the body or kills. It does one or the other. And a lot of times the processed foods, the junk foods, the sugary foods, it kills. It does not strengthen our body. It does not strengthen the cellular generation in our body and in our hair. So I normally take the approach of really looking at our eating habits first. Hair loss is not always about what you eat. Changing the diet is not always necessary for everyone, but with most of the clients that I see, that's usually the case with me. So with Tamika, that's the approach we took. We cut out a lot of her meats. She started to eat green leafy vegetables. She started to eat foods from the earth. She cut out the processed foods, the junk foods, the sugary drinks, and really just started to eat clean. We put her on a multivitamin, and in her treatment plan, we did some other things within our center to strengthen the scalp as well. Gave her some products for her scalp to strengthen the follicle as well. And this is her journey. So you can tell this is week 1 and this picture where we started. And you can see over the weeks, her hair started to be restored just by doing basic things to restore her hair. So after treating her for about a year, not just treating her for a year, her being really focused on making the internal changes to treat herself, because usually when you're treating hair loss, it's not about what your trichologist will do for you. It's about what you're going to do for yourself. You have to be committed, compliant, and consistent with your treatment plan. That is key. And a lot of times when you're committed and compliant and doing what you need to do at home, not in the trichology office, doing what you need to do at home, being committed to the process, your hair will regrow. So this is Tamika. This is after it's now been at least 2 years since we started the process, and she has recently started her journey to microlocks. Now, she was going to get sisterlocks, but at the last minute she changed to microlocks. That's okay too. So she has just started this journey, but she took the time to address the underlying issues first. She took the time to address the hair loss first. That is key. If you know that you are actively losing your hair, do not go into a such as Sister Locks, where you may not be able to do some of the things that you would need to do to regrow the hair, like cleanse your hair frequently, cleanse your scalp rather frequently. That's one of the things that I recommend. Don't go into Sister Locks until you have stabilized your scalp. So Tamika went through this process for at least a year to restore the health of her scalp. Now she is in Sister Locks. As you can tell, her hair looks fabulous. I will make sure I pop back on within the next 6 months to a year to show you also her journey of her hair. Now, what you can't see in this picture, this is Tamika's hair before she got it Sister Lock. You can tell it's a nice big fro. But what you can't see in the picture is that in the center where her hair was, where she was dealing with hair loss too, that hair is still a little shorter. So it still didn't grow out as full as everything else. It's still growing a little slower, which is fine as long as it's still growing. So if she does have the genetic form of hair loss, and I suspect that she may have that type of hair loss, that means it's in your genes. It's something that you have to deal with for the rest of your life. But what I say in my trichology practice is your lifestyle becomes your medicine. So once you change your lifestyle, meaning once you change what you eat, if that's something you have a challenge with, once you minimize the amount of drugs that you're putting, prescription drugs, for example, that you're putting in your body, once you are balancing your hormones, once you are keeping your mind free of negative thoughts, and once you are encouraging your spirit, once you have really, really focused on you and change yourself, your lifestyle, that becomes your medicine. And that is what Tamika has done to restore her hair. And these are the results. So just wanted to pop in so that you can see her hair restoration journey and starting her journey to locks. So until we talk again, stay fabulous.